p.m. He's like, "Man, you know, I don't get off." I'm like, "You can be in the car anyways every time."
Yeah, my son probably stole my stuff anyway. Set up.
He still ain't on.
Oh. But yeah, we got a bunch of videos to play with you guys.
Do me a solid, Gates. Gates, can I ask you just go ahead and leave that set up for me, brother? Just leave it set up. It's not hurt nobody set up, brother. Just leave it all.
What set up?
You know what I'm saying? The whole studio.
You say leave the setup.
No, my son be stealing it, trying to make some music. That Mojo ain't made another song yet.
Hey man, okay.
Hey man, he's got a lot to top. I feel that. A lot of pressure.
Perfection, man.
Yeah, a lot of pressure.
He be keeping the whole house up
banger,
trying to rap.
You already know what time it is, though. You just hear him while you're trying to go to sleep. I'm on my own again. You know what I'm saying? No, I mess with the heavy. Definitely go check out.
Make a new song.
Joe Jackson. But tonight, man, we're Internet Explorer. That's why I called this episode Internet Explorer. We're gonna be all over the different edges of the internet. I will say in the title it says Skeeter Jean Predator Catcher. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to play that. Like the pedos. I'm not even gonna lie. The pedos, they could pull some strings. I tried to download that video twice, and every time I downloaded it, it said that it was only 2 minutes. So I don't know what. It was like a 30-minute video, and every time I tried to download it, when I went to pull it, it was short. Jada Spade, shout out to you,
brother.
Well, I got to see how you download because I don't download no videos.
Child pornography, brother. You might want to be careful with that.
Well, brother, let's not. Okay, so that there's none of that, and then also we're within 5 minutes. And you basically just said the dead word. Basically, just said the dead word that killed the stream.
I'm trying to figure out what exactly.
Let's start it over.
Yeah, there's no coming back from that one.
You just said because it sounds along the lines of that. So I'm trying to figure out.
I'm gonna try to pull it up.
You downloading, brother?
Well, I did want to, like I said, I wanted to share it with you guys.
Brady Judd over here.
Oh, hey, shout out to him.
I'm not in the county, man.
Hey, but right off the bat, I want to get into one of these videos that I got today. Like I said, we're going from every edge to the internet. We might not be able to do any predator catching today. We're going to see what's up with that. I'm definitely going to figure out how they're blocking me on that. But let's go ahead and get into this first video, see how we feel about it.
And marry us at higher rates than they marry outside of their race, and they are the demographic that marries interracially the most. They're still not marrying black women at substantial rates compared to other races.
Okay, this lady's energy is nuts.
I feel attacked already.
Yeah, is she married?
Attacked already.
Is she married? She very well may be. I don't know. She may have proposed. How do you feel about this?
Let her preach. Let her preach now. Let her finish.
Let her get to the point. Yeah, she's gonna bring you in with a warm embrace at the end.
Okay.
She's cooking right now.
White women almost double in marriage. What I'm speaking to.
Okay, hold up. White women almost double in marriage. I'm just wondering if that's taken into account the population difference. I don't know. Just want to point that out.
Is a mentality. Black women is the only group of women that says things as a collective. I don't need a man. I'm strong and independent. Fuck a nigga, get money. I can raise my kids on my own. I can.
Yo, she's going crazy.
That last one hurt my heart.
He's like, a black woman said that to me before. I swear on it.
Not the kids, man.
Do everything by myself. We're the only group of women that disassociate ourselves from our men. And the very moment that they come with their preferences in response to our standards, we have the audacity to say things like they're insecure, sassy, zesty, misogynistic, or they just simply hate black women. Y'all don't practice what you preach. A lot of y'all are trying to heal from the hurt that your father caused, and you taking it out on every man as if you dated every black man, and then we'll have the audacity to say, well, these men are not doing this, these men are not doing this. The definition of insanity is doing something the same way expected.
What was that?
I just want to acknowledge that she has those nice orangutan lips going on. You know what I'm saying?
What the fuck are you talking about, brother? Okay. I wish we would have never paused it.
Some different results. And y'all keep doing stuff the same way because it's a mentality. So I'm fine if you want to argue, but make sure you can sustain. I know.
All right. So look, one thing that I hate about this, one thing I hate about this video right here is just her cadence. It's already coming at me highly aggressive and as if there's no discussion that could be had. She's already coming from a point of view that
she's talking about.
she's one of them.
100%. She's talking about herself.
Yeah.
She might not have said those exact words, whatever, but you know what I'm saying.
She might as well just talk about herself, man.
She got an intimidating energy. Like, what the fuck is going on with that? Just chill.
But she looked like she got the knife behind her back right now, waiting to stab the first person that argued with. You know what I mean? Like, if we're being honest here. Look at her. Yeah, she looks like a killer. Look at that.
She does look like a killer. She looks like she got the Nurse Ratched fucking glasses on. Yeah, and I mean, to the point, in confidence that she is berating the camera and whatever audience, you know, I guess threw shade at her. I'm assuming through this. I don't know. I mean, so well, you guys both being black men, really, this is, you know, your guys' topic. I'm wondering how you guys feel about how you're treated and how you're supported within your community.
Honestly, man, I think black men,
specifically from the opposite sex, I guess. Yeah, go ahead.
I think black men are the most unprotected thing on this planet, other than maybe the ocean. You know what I'm saying? Just like how we dump in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? We just black men like that. We just dump.
Hey, Gates, you know I'm just muting you because it's kind of hard to hear him right now with a little bit of sound you got going on.
Yeah.
Europe. Go ahead.
But you know, it's an interesting topic, man. You know, I think she's making some very valid points.
We'll touch on what you were saying. You left a point.
From.
Yeah, you dropped off a point there, though. You said black men are the most unprotected thing on the planet.
I said it twice, and it didn't hit home twice, so I'm like, damn, let me just move on from it.
I'll just leave that. They still don't care. They still don't give.
Gates was making some noise, so okay. But I man. I think, like I said, like the ocean, right? So it just gets dumped on from every side. You know what I mean? And I don't think it's crazy to me because when you hear, she is right in a sense, where you hear a lot of black women talk about black men, it's not really in a positive light. And I will say that black men haven't helped themselves the best. Yeah. But it's like the support should come within your own community. And when it doesn't, it's just kind of like,
Don't you kind of think like there's a little bit, if to me anyways, it seems like there's way more of a focus on this though, like in other communities. I'm not gonna say there's no other communities like this, but I think a lot of other like racial communities, there's not like a sense of
divide.
Well, not even divide, but even support. Like when you hear to the extent that black women will go to support black men openly in public, it's like you don't see like white women getting on Twitter being like, these white kings out here every day are, you know, under, like it's just not even a topic of discussion. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, because they're outwardly doing it because they know they're not doing it inwardly. They're not doing it at home.
Okay, yep. This woman just fucking cocked back and finished it. You just my bad. You froze up and we couldn't hear you anymore. And I was like, your woman just cocked back and ended your fucking life.
No. Because what I'm saying is that the support isn't from inside, it's from outside. Yeah. And then I listen to a lot of black dudes, man, and I hear them talk about this all the time. And I just tell them they got to find the right black woman. But a lot of young dudes will only look at outside their race because they see it as it's too difficult to deal with a African American woman.
Can I ask you? So I always want to ask you a very direct question here. Do you think that black people more than other races? Do you think black people more than other races obsess about race? Because that's where I'm coming from. I think that you're seeing like you're seeing like the dichotomy here between two points of views of probably like minorities within that community, where it's like most people in the middle. If you think of it as like a bell curve, most people in the middle probably, you know, like don't really care that much about race, so on and so forth. But then you have like these really polarizing sides where it's like, you know, black men ain't shit, like what she was talking about. And then the other people that, in my opinion, I see and exist, where it's like women that are, you know, calling black men kings and shit like that. So to the other example, I don't think it's the same women doing the same thing. I think it's there's just a wide scope of Black people, and Black people in general, probably because of like how they're raised and like just the experience of being Black, I think they're a little bit more fixated on race as a thing in general. So you see that, whereas where there are definitely still those polarizing sides in like the white community and all other communities you can imagine, I think it's just less prevalent, to be honest. And I mean, less. I think less.
When you think
A lot of
about it,
times,
when you really think about it, it's like, I think you're right. It is, I guess, depending on how you're raised, but it also depends on the type of woman that you've ended up dealing with. Like, if you've dealt with Black women and every Black woman you've dealt with has been the same, then yeah, I can understand why you probably formulate that opinion. But when you've dealt like with different flavors, and you kind of see there are like different levels to Black women, like there's the ratchet, no education, then there's the ratchet with education, and then there is the no ratchet with education, which is probably the best version. And that's just what it is.
That's your preference.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just
I didn't
how
mean
I
to do
grade
that,
them.
by the way.
That's just how I grade them. I think there's a grading system there, grading scale.
Well, I mean, there's a huge scale.
There's a sliding scale there, and a lot of people don't like to hear that, but it really just is what it is. Like, you either fall in line with the scale, or you fall off of it. If you fall off of it, you definitely ain't shit.
Deuce, do you mind if we provide? Do you mind if we provide the audience with a little bit of context to your situation? Not like full context, because obviously privacy.
I'm in here booling
behind enemy lines.
Bowling right now.
Yeah, he's saying all this right now with his woman on the other side of the camera. A strong Black woman, by the way. This is a brave man. That's all I'm saying. You look really like Sneeko, all this. The real like Andrew Tate disciple is Mr. Kentheny. Because he's standing behind enemy lines and standing on business.
On business.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, that's that needs to be on your tombstone.
I mean, it's just like man, you can call me Little Samuel. You know what I mean?
Little Sammy.
Samuel Jr. Hey,
do you have any other point to make there? I don't want to cut you off.
You got a lot of ignorance in my community, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm a part of it, in a sense, but a good part of it.
A huge part of ignorance.
A very great part of it, I should say. Huge part of it, but a great part.
Yeah. Well,
oh, no, thank you. Thank you. Oh, you want one?
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
What's up?
I think I'm about to go out and try to come back in on the on the main line here.
Well, yeah, but I'd like to be in on this conversation here, so I'm not the only.
I would love to hear your perspective.
Yeah, I gotta get on. Cool.
All right, go ahead. Yeah, you're good. I'll let you slide. Talk to you in a minute.
Because, like, I'll say it like this, man. For my dating history, I dated all different types of flavors, all over my scale, and definitely, education. Get it educated, dark woman, for sure. Don't go for the uneducated, brother. It's just a headache.
Yeah.
Because I'm also a person that deals with I'm big on like common sense, and when you have no common sense, it's just So maybe it's me personally, but I'm not saying all Black women are stupid. That's not what I'm saying at all.
So can I just
Black women, but
I want to run something by you as far as our upbringing, because and this is another thing when comparing the
for instance, the island.
Well, hold on, brother. Can I finish what I was about to ask? Goddamn.
There was some ignorant, just poo putt, just stupid.
From my perspective, growing up, in my experience, race and like certain races being off limits, that was not much of a conversation in my household. I'd love to hear Gates's perspective on that when he gets in. So please remind me to bring that back up.
Interracial, no, bro. Interracial, yeah. I was never taught to see color, honestly. But I just noticed the most trouble that I had was dealing with my own race, which was interesting. But I'm also an islander, so my culture is a little bit different in the islands than it is here in America. So it's like maybe that was the thing. My culture is a little more easygoing, more relaxed. You came to America, and like a lot of black people here are tense, you know, like very aggressive. So that was one thing that I do notice I had to kind of adjust to, especially the women. The women were more like, I will choke you or slap you or punch you in the face, you know?
Yeah. It's regular stuff.
I mean, teach its own. Some people like to get beat on, you know, a little foreplay, but for me from the islands, I'm like, hey, I just want to love on you and smoke some weed and relax. You know, we can't do that. I gotta beat you a little bit. Okay, I can beat you a little bit, but
you can't do that. I think that's interesting. Is that typically your experience across the board though, for real? Like as far as like when you meet a person that's a black person from America, they're more on edge.
Yeah, man, it's like there's more. It's crazy, bro. Like you go to the islands, you meet a black person in the islands, you be like, damn, like why the fuck is that nigga so relaxed? There's probably multiple reasons behind that, but for the most part, I mean, probably not stress, but like, yeah, no, it's just more relaxed. Like you meet people down there, and it's like cool runnings. You know what I'm saying? Like it's good vibes. You know what I'm saying? 1 for the money, 2 for the show, 3 for the boat, 4 for the. We're not gonna say that part. But
I think
that, man, but
I think that's an interesting difference. And in your case, have you dated women who were like basically from America, black women, and then black women that were from the UK?
Yeah. So unfortunately, okay. Let me take that. Why not?
Okay, like we said, behind it be lines.
Here's the thing. So.
Oh man. Literally every time. That's hilarious. I really want to hear Gates' opinion on this before we move on. Oh, dude, all right, you went out and you came back in.
So,
dude, we didn't hear anything.
So no, I did date one. Oh, my bad, brother. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
So I did date this one girl from the islands, but it was a white girl and she was Dutch, so that doesn't count. So she wasn't from the islands.
That's hilarious. Okay.
But I have dated different races of black people. Like I've dated Haitian, I've dated Jamaican. You know.
Well, I mean, in Florida, too, like something to consider is even if somebody isn't like born necessarily like on the island itself, a lot of the Caribbean people that we know, I mean, they're very in touch with their roots. You feel what I'm saying? Like they're very proud of their Caribbean heritage and all that. So it's
I mean, yeah, I think it's some different, you know, Jamaican.
Well, for us, it's like in New York. You go to New York and you get a feel of like the Italian culture, and you get a feel for like some Middle Eastern culture. If you're in Florida, you get a feel for like Caribbean culture. Like it's a real thing. It's heavy within our own culture. There's parts of Caribbean culture that, you know, have obviously influenced it because of the people that we have to live here.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. I mean, it's just kind of interesting though, because like, I guess your perspective is on what you've dealt with, but my whole thing is, man, honestly, like I dealt with all types of different, you know, races and stuff, and it's like the most trouble I've had has been with my own, man. It's just weird. I think maybe it's a black man thing. Maybe it's a black man problem. Who knows?
Well, and maybe also a comfortability. You know what I mean? Already there, and like a familiarity already there, where you feel like you can, you know, whatever, communicate that more honestly. Something that I had a conversation with Spoo, who we've had on here before, about arguing with our like partners. Basically, it was like a topic that we had, and
with some black women. Welcome to the club, brother.
It's like the kind of the conversation we were having. It's like, why are you more apt to have an argument with them when you would be more patient for somebody who's a stranger, for example? And his answer I thought was interesting. It made me think about it. And his answer was that he said, you're just more familiar. So because you're more familiar, you're just not going to like acquiesce to those people as much as you may in like just normal society.
I think I'm the opposite though, brother. I think honestly, like I argue less the more I know you. Like for me, like I can tell when the argument's coming, I'm gonna avoid that bit. I'm gonna be like, yep, no side except that. I'm not dealing with that today. No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Jamie's today.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it up. Because to me, arguing doesn't solve anything. That's another thing. I think that's what my biggest problem with black women is they like to argue. But I mean, arguing don't solve anything. Conversations solve problems. Talking solves problems. Arguing don't solve shit. Arguing just makes you want to fight each other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Gates, you need to bring us in.
I'm ready to fight.
You need to bring us into your pod because we're doing like a half stream. He's streaming on his. We're streaming Sit and Politic. Do you need to like introduce your stream or anything?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, you don't know how to start it up? You're saying?
No.
Start it up,
I mean, I didn't look at the fan. I just jumped back on here.
Okay.
Okay. I see.
Well, if you want to try to figure that out and just let me know when you know, and then I'll let you do your whole, Gates Open Media thing. You know what I mean? Like, welcome to the show. I'm
gonna jump out and come back in.
Oh Lord, hey, can we just get your opinion on this before we move on past the subject?
Yeah, please.
Growing up, was it ever a thing for you in like basically people discouraging dating outside of your race?
Within my family, no. But I was raised by my grandparents, which is kind of a shock. You know what I'm saying? My grandparents was raised in my grandfather was born in 1928. My grandmother was born in 1937. Damn it. But no, my grandmother, she's told me stories. I sat down, talked to her about different things, about white people, different things like that, how things happened back in the day. She said she didn't have much problems with the white people. There was a family about maybe a mile from them. Yeah. And they lived on this dirt clay road in Georgia. Oh Lord. But anyway, the white family.
About that red clay.
Oh yeah, you and GA, you sure do. They used to play at their kids. The white family and my grandmother them used to play at the kids. And then I guess one time the father of the white family hit his wife, and then she ran down to my grandparents' house, asking for protection or something like that.
They should close the door.
According to my grandmother, she said the only thing she really felt was on the school bus when they call them the N-word and all that stuff. But other than that, she didn't have much to say. She used to clean white people's house, stuff like that. But nothing that's super crazy. Honestly, I was surprised to hear that when she actually told me. I think my mom had more trouble doing segregation than my grandmother had being raised, back in the 30s and 40s and stuff.
So you said there was one family, so you one white family near your grandma. So when you say that she didn't have issues, was she like in a super predominantly black community?
Honestly, it was just rural. Just one house every 5 miles or something, like literally. But I mean, they had like it probably wasn't 5. I might be exaggerating a little bit, but it literally was probably a mile or 2 for real.
That is crazy that she didn't experience much of that, but it would kind of explain it to me a little bit if she was just mostly exposed to people that were like herself, and then just rarely would have those experiences. And then we know that kids aren't born racist. That's something people talk about.
Of course not. But even through her adulthood, she hasn't told me much that she can remember anyway. My grandfather had a couple of stories, but like I say, nothing too crazy that I can remember that he said.
Stems from though.
But my mother, on the other hand, she had a little bit more difficulties out there in mulberry. You know what the mulberry tree is? I
don't know what that is.
That's the hanging tree, man.
I don't know. Oh, okay.
That's a hangman's tree.
Yeah. So, and that's the town I even grew up, really south of Mulberry, but our address was Mulberry. But she had more complications coming up. J.R. Lee was the name of the school at the time. Now it's Mulberry Middle School. But segregation. She had more issues coming up. Then I'm not gonna say more issues, but she can remember more than my grandmother remembered. Anyway, I'll put it at that. But no, I think taught to hate white people, anything like that. My mom dated a white guy. My aunt actually married a white guy before she they met a couple years before she passed. Man, honestly, just about everybody in my community was dating white girls back then.
I feel
Y'all
you.
boys knew where it was at. Y'all went for them bunnies.
Yeah, those
I
snow
remember
bunnies.
when I was,
That's why.
I remember I was in
Yeah,
like
boy.
eighth. No, I was in like 7th grade, 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? It's just saying the N word to me back in the day. Until I hit about 7th grade, I just called everybody that. It didn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, Ian
It
this,
seems like
Ian.
you were
I
a
mean,
little conditioned to deal with the fuckery. That's what it sounds
huh?
like. It sounds
No, it was just I didn't know the
like
difference.
being real.
All the way in middle school,
Okay,
I
so you
didn't
just
not
weren't taught to
I
see
mean,
it.
obviously I understood the difference in white people and black people, but I you know what I'm saying, I'm just looking at us like we people. And then somebody broke it down for me. I forgot how when it just popped in my head, oh shit, this is what they this is what the word is really about, you know what I mean?
Oh,
But I
okay.
remember like 7th grade, I was like, man, I'll never marry a white girl. By the time I got to 10th grade, I said
I
I'll
love them.
probably marry a white girl.
You say I love them. Love me some bunnies.
I'll probably marry one by time.
Yeah.
But never conditioned to think that way. I mean, obviously within my family, within the, you hear, all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
White man hold me down. Yeah, you hear all kind of crazy stuff. But typically it's coming from a person who already don't have jack. You know what I'm saying? With my surroundings anyway.
No, I feel you.
I
I
have a
feel what
lot
you're saying.
of
I feel what you're
white
saying.
folks
Like
in
you
my
can't blame
family,
all
so to speak.
your you can't blame all your problems on like a certain race of people. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, of
Unless
course. But I will say, like, if you don't want to
There's one.
date
There's one.
anybody outside your race, a certain type of person, you
Yeah.
shouldn't allow yourself to, like, I ain't gonna say be around, but you shouldn't allow yourself to grow feelings for that person because you can't help your feelings. You know what I'm saying? You can suppress them, but you can't stop them. So
what do you
if
mean
you
by
end up
that though?
falling in love with a white girl, or a white guy fall in love with a black girl, just because you don't date them or just because you cut it off, don't mean you still don't have those feelings for that person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Agreed.
No.
Agreed.
Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah. Well, we're excited to have you back in here. If you need to go ahead and hop out and hop back in, I'll let you do your thing. I just really want to get your opinion on that before we moved on to the next subject.
All right, I'll be right back.
All right, brother man. All right. All right, let's see. Let's go ahead and move it into the next thing. Nope, not that
How
one.
about them Lakers, brother?
Yeah, what about the Lakers?
They suck.
Okay. Oh, by the way, 2K.
At least I get to watch Steph Curry look great.
Bro, 2K, one, we need to get a league going, and two, brother,
2K
you can
league?
fucking 2K. You could start a fucking franchise from back in the day. Who
But that's what I told you I told you that a while ago though. That's the
I don't
one part
remember
you
you
were
saying
interested in.
Yeah, I don't remember you saying that, but yeah, that shit
Because
was
they do the
nuts.
eras, remember?
Eras are nuts. When does it end?
Crazy.
Can it just keep going until modern day, or does it end after?
Yeah, modern day.
Bro.
So that's the crazy part. Like you get to draft Kobe, Bron.
Bro, I was the Lakers with Magic Johnson. I'm like, yo, let me just cut the shit short. Go ahead and draft Shaq, bro. What the fuck I'm even doing waiting? You know what I mean? I did it.
Do a Kareem.
Kareem wasn't there the year I started. I started in the era. The first draft class was Shaq. And Magic is old. Magic. Yeah, yeah, it would have had to been. So yeah, so I started the 90s, and yeah, shit's been dope, to be honest. Super dope. And yeah, I got my eyes out for Kobe. I'm just gonna go plug them in right off the bat. I'm not even gonna cut the short shit short. We already know what it is. Put them together,
So
and then
when the boys want to split up, what you gonna do?
they're not gonna split up. That's the thing. None of the extra shit happened. You know what I mean? Like fucking Shaq never asked Kobe how his butt tastes or any of that shit. So this is alternate reality, and
Shaq ain't get caught cheating, and Kobe ain't rat him out.
exactly. So I mean, all is well. But bro, another thing, just coming in at the 90s, Michael Jordan ain't eating, bro. I'm gonna be honest. This man, one ring.
You catching him when he's still,
a baby, and just putting it on him. He won one ring so far, and yeah, his ass is just catching MVPs with nothing, looking like fucking James Harden.
He's gonna go on that stretch though.
No, what retire because of fucking gambling? Well, yeah, I ain't worried about fucking Michael Jordan's stupid ass. I'm fucking putting it on him every year. Well, actually, I'm not even playing him because he don't make it to the finals. His ass gets took by the Heat one year, got took by the Pistons. I was like, oh, that's appropriate. And
He did lose to both of them.
yeah, it was pretty dope.
He'll lose for like 7 years, and then he'll just go on the most dominant stretch we've ever seen.
Well, he's supposed to be in that stretch. It's the 90s. So the thing is,
yeah,
he's just not. Yeah, he's just not making it. And I know Magic's about. I think he already has AIDS. If I'm being honest, I think he's playing on my team with AIDS. If I'm keeping it real. We're actually once again, alternate reality.
That are struggling.
Alternate reality. He doesn't have AIDS.
We love you.
Here, this shit I wanted to show. I don't think Kent will really give a fuck about this. So let's go ahead and I'll just show you because I think you'll think it's pretty wild. Check this shit out. You see this? No sound. My bad, guys. But this is Messi. He's walking out of dinner. And they're fucking mobbing his ass.
Brother, if I'm being honest with you, I'm taking the restaurant to me.
You see him? Look at him. Literally, they have it.
They're grabbing his
bro, do you
face.
See
like, they're on his face.
Look at him grabbing his face. That's
face, brother.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, fucking.
He can't go to a restaurant without people grabbing his face.
LeBron James, he has people with him that'll shoot you if you do that to him.
The craziest part is like Messi is like he's like Jesus right now in Argentina.
Oh, brother, yeah. Well, so you have this situation. This just happened, and then I actually pulled up this video. It happened during the World Cup. This is his grandmother's fucking house in some favela in Argentina.
The fact that he has security for his grandmother is
how about move him out the fucking slums? But whatever.
That's another valid point. I mean, he's making what $500 million in a year, and he can't move his grandmother out of the hood
into a fucking 2-bedroom apartment in fucking America, anywhere. I don't know, America.
Why is he getting
No, that's dope though. I mean, imagine her perspective though. You know, this is your grandson.
All she did was give birth. All she did was give birth to the one who gave birth to him.
We need to run back that video from earlier with the lady talking about black men. That's just pissing you off now. Let's just be honest. But yeah, no, Messi. That shit is insane.
Crazy. He's a soccer player.
Is it worth it? You know what I mean? Like
he's a soccer
millions. You have hundreds of millions of dollars, but like the trade-off for that is you can't. Yeah, you literally can't go out to dinner without being mobbed. Ugh. Yeah, it'd be a mess.
People grabbing your face.
Grabbing your face is crazy,
dude. Honestly, like, bro, you don't know if someone just pissed with those hands. If they just wiped their butt and didn't wash. Like now you get E. coli in the mouth and shit.
You fuck around and you're surrounded by so much love.
Like you're grabbing your face and he rubs his hands across your lips.
Bro, it's skeptical shaking people's hands. To be honest, you know what I mean? Like just in everyday life. So yeah, having a man rub his fingers across your lips is a little
down there.
Yeah, no, for sure. They're still passing it around. I mean, if in a fucking mosh pit like that, how could you not? Yeah, how could you not pass that shit around? Let's see here. What else we want to talk about tonight? Oh, I can play this. This is a little X-rated. This is a little X-rated for Kent's stream, I think. So we can go ahead and run this real quick.
Yes.
What? Your poor vagina.
You had sex 28 times a week.
Yeah, I swear.
For 23 years?
Yeah.
So on the road too, when he was traveling?
We never spent time away from each other. Like we had a private plane. I traveled.
How do you feel about never spending time away from your partner? Underrated. It's an underrated thing, right?
I think that's I think that's the best thing, to spend time with your partner. You know, the more time you can spend with your partner, brother, the best. Like,
yeah, there's never enough time. That's it. He He got stabbed in his throat with the knife. She sensed the sarcasm and ended him.
Who got stabbed, brother? Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, no, you're back now, but you are frozen. Nope, you're back again. I see you.
I'm back. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the Wi-Fi here.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's all good. But
cheap.
yeah, hey, like you said, it's free, right? So it's all good, baby.
Is that
My kids, yeah.
Marcus has big shoes to fill.
Yeah. He wears the size 15 shoes. I think he's okay.
Oh.
So yeah, Larsa Pippen.
Was she talking about the lipstick or was she talking about the shoes?
At the end, I think there might have been a little bit of like a euphemism being used, and yeah, I'm pretty sure she was talking about his cock. So I think we're far enough into the podcast to say the cock word. I think that yes. So she said that for 23 years straight, she had sex 4 times a night, every single night, with her husband, I suppose. I feel like that might be up for debate, considering her track record at this point. But
no way. I mean, honestly, she's definitely a thought rocket. If we're being honest here with ourselves.
Well, she had, yeah. I mean, yeah, that's kind of like the reputation at this point. That's definitely the reputation at this point.
Honestly, if her and Marcus are happy though, power to them. I'm all for love, man. I'm a sucker for love. Go ahead and find it, chase it.
How do you feel about the age difference? Do you have any qualms there? Or are you just like, yeah, sure, fucking?
No, that just means he gets a restart. He gets a restart in 20 years. That's all. Smart,
he gets to do it right.
He gets to do it all over again with no attachment.
No, nice. Hopefully, it can buy whoever he wants, right?
Well, by that time his dad will be dead, so yes, he will be. He'll be able to buy whatever he wants.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, this shit right here.
He won't make it to 80.
Do you feel bad for this woman at all, or do you think
brother? She's lived a great life.
Okay,
she's had a very great life, brother. Bad. Bad? You want to feel bad for her? I feel bad for the kids in Africa, brother. You don't feel bad for this woman.
Yeah, but like she had Scottie Pippen coming in 4 times a night. 4 times a night is nuts. By the way, shit like this.
What do you mean? Hold on. Wait a minute.
4 times a night. That's what I'm saying.
What was he doing 4 times a night?
They were having sex 4 times a night. That's what she said.
He was beating the doomies in 4 times a night.
He was doing this thing. Yeah, he was getting behind it.
Peak performance, brother. God, Jesus.
It's conditioning. Yeah.
He only got one kid.
Well, I mean, shit.
I got 4 and he got 1.
Yeah.
He went there 4 times a night.
Yeah. No, I mean that's facts.
He went in there hitting for nothing. That's what it sounds like.
Well, I mean, now you have a situation. Yeah, she's turning her short stroking her. Well, I don't know. That's ended in many a child. You get
Marcus. Well, I know who's not short stroking her. Marcus Jordan.
You have to do it on your end.
You said what?
You have to do it on your end since I'm coming into your podcast. It's probably too late now. But it's down in the settings. So you have to do it on your end. Or if I started the podcast, I would do it on my end.
Hey, we might even be able to do that real quick just because right here it says that I have to upgrade. And so you might be able to do it. I might not be able to do it.
But I think that part doesn't matter on your end. Like since you invited me to your podcast, if you can't do it because you haven't upgraded, I think if I started the podcast and then invited you, then you will be able to broadcast out to your people. Since I have,
well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. As far as like, we'll have to end this stream and start a new one.
Yeah, that's what has happened. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm cool with that. I just got 2 more videos that I had here to play, anyways. But I mean, they're longer videos, so I played all the shorter ones at the front. So we could definitely do that and get a new stream popping and do like another hour.
Yeah, we want to play that Larsa Pippen sex tape. So you missed that.
Yeah. Well, here I'll go ahead and shut this down. you go ahead and if you want to go ahead and hop out and go start a new stream, I'll just shut this down, take like 5 minutes, and just we'll let everybody know. Go find us on this next stream, and yeah.
All right, cool. We're gonna try this out, cool.
All right, brother.
What? Yes.
What? Your poor vagina.
You had sex 28 times a week.
Yeah.
You're on notice.
But with
20.
No more of this. I'm
3
tired
years?
bullshit.
So on the road too, when you were traveling? I don't understand.
We never spent time away from each other.
I'm tired of the
we
fuck
had private
shit.
money and I traveled with my kids. Yeah.
Marcus has big shoes to fill.
Yeah.
He wears the size 15.
Let me fill my shoes, okay? At the end of the day, all my point is, you ladies got no more fucking excuses. If Larsa Pippen was in there laying that thing down, she was on call 24/7.
He can handle it. He's the son of the ultimate killer.
Yeah, I mean he don't have to do shit else. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and fire up another stream. We'll see if Deuce can make it over there with me, but we're gonna fire up another stream so we can go at the same time. We'll be back on the Sit and Politic podcast, so just stay tuned. We'll be going live here in the next 5 minutes, and we're just gonna try to do those dual stream things. So, Deuce, you gonna be on there?
Yeah, I got you. I'll be there.
Okay, I'll try to get you the link.
Just send me, send me the link to this one.
I got you. All right. Appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe, show some love. Keep the podcast going crazy. Tune in for the next episode here in like 5 minutes. We appreciate y'all. We'll see you soon. Bye.